Unboxing the Corsair Virtuoso Max. If you guys want to check out this exact same headset, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links, but let's get these open. I am very excited. I'm actually a pretty big Corsair fan. After a few of their last headsets absolutely left me extremely happy. I was actually daily driving a few different Corsair headsets, and look at this nice leatherette carrying case. We got some paperwork in the box, but then everything is in this carrying case. Very sturdy as well. Let's get it opened. Ooh, and there we go. That is a pretty that is a pretty headset. Okay, all right. Okay, not as heavy as I was expecting it to be. It's still heavy, don't get me wrong. Corsair has just been like one-upping themselves with their build quality. So we have these really cool looking, they have like the Corsair designs up in the top that kind of give those notches. And then this is all leather on top. I'm not sure if that's real or fake leather, but it looks really good. Corsair stamped in the top of that. Squishy top band, but it's like very thickly padded, so it's not as squishy, but it's thick. And then we've got really, look at how big those are, and they kind of like bulge over, which I think is a very premium look. And also you can see thinner at the top, thicker at the bottom. You don't see that very much. But again, like it's dense, but it's not like crazy plush. I'm very interested to see how those are on head, but the frickin' build quality, this is all metal. Pulling those down, that's all metal. Plastic inside covering probably the wiring, but then you can see here where it says left, those are all metal screws. That's a metal piece right there, metal on this side. I mean, that is just absolutely stunning. We have right and left stamped on the inside there. I mean, this thing is serious. And then this, I can't tell if that's plastic or metal. I think this part is plastic. I'm not sure though, but it's got a million of those tiny little like circles cut in it. Absolutely stunning. You can also see Max right there in little tiny letters. Wow, guys, the attention to detail here. I believe this band right here is metal, and then these, ooh, that is so smooth. So that's actually I think that's the game chat. And then this side, the right side, oh, that's like, it's like tactile, but it also has like a firm feel to it. That feels super premium and it looks stunning, guys. That is so cool. It's got machined edges as well. We've seen that before. Look at these controls. I think that's all metal. This one, ooh, that's like the CH700Ns. That is a phenomenal way to control your headphones. This is a way that you can use that as headphones or headset. And this is, I mean, it's all metal. That feels really good. That's like go to the next track, go to the previous track, play, pause. This is a really good system to use. I don't know if this is the power button or not yet. Nope, here's the power button. It's a power switch, because of course it is. They know what they're doing. Taking that off, that's where you're gonna put your mic in right there. This is all, I believe this is metal. That feels so good, guys. I'm surprised how light they were still able to make it, but let's get it turned on. I know there's RGB using that switch. That's very satisfying. Ooh, and there's like, you push it to go to Bluetooth, but it comes back to center. And then look at the RGB there. That's quite bright. And I don't even know if that's at the max setting. And you can see the Bluetooth going to those different phases. That's really cool. That's a really good design element, honestly. I'm gonna turn it off right now, and it turns red and then it goes off. Wow, guys, I mean, I know it's not sound quality yet, but just the build is freaking amazing. That's another level. That's a total another level. And I daily drove their Virtuoso Pros, which were their wired open backs, and like this build is crazy. Like it's got like the open, you can see like the driver there. It looks really cool. They've got fabric here and everything. And really just all this is metal and stuff. It's really, really nice. But these, oh wow, these take it to the next freaking level. That is awesome. I'm so excited to put these on head. But let's continue on with the unboxing. So, does this pull up? I think that's, nope, that's just stationary. That's all like very dense. So we've got some Corsair cables in here. The classic Corsair ends are gray to match the headset, which looks good. Well, this is actually wrapped really nicely. It doesn't look as premium. I don't know why, just because like there's so many white, cheap USB Type-C cables, but this is definitely wrapped like thicker and tighter, and it's more premium than your normal cable. Then we've got your standard. This is pretty much normal for Corsair. I wish they would have done this in like a silver color or like a white color to match it. I think that would have been cool, but really not a big deal. USB Type A, and then we've got the mic here. Look at that. So that looks pretty much the same as the Virtuoso Pro, but we've got metal on the end, some RGB on the end, This is like really like grippy material right there, which is awesome. There's the actual mic, and then we've got mute. So just like the Virtuoso Pros, let's get these on. Plugging that in right there. That looks freaking amazing, guys. Wow. This looks like a luxury vehicle. Like this literally looks like interior design of like luxury cars. Also, we can see here, we've got the mics up here, which I'm assuming is your mics for your noise canceling, because you can wear these as obviously headphones. If you're gonna spend $329, that's a lot of money. It feels like $329, but let's see how it feels on head. Let's do the comfort test. Okay, this is interesting. So it's like what I said, it's not as plush, but it is very like, it disperses the weight everywhere pretty much perfectly. The top band, because of those like notches, it displaces the weight nicely. Really, there's no pressure points. It's like everything is hugging, and these are huge, and having that tilt design really does a perfect like cup around your head without pressing too tightly. Even though it's not, like you can see, that's not like crazy plush. This feels like it would be very comfortable for a long time, but it's not one of those headsets where you put it on and it's like, oh my God, it's so comfortable because it's so plush, but everything it just feels right. I'm so excited for this one, guys. Before we hop in game, let's see how much these weigh, because I'm actually quite interested in that. All right, putting these on the scale with the mic. These come in at 432.5 grams. Definitely heavier than your standard headset, but again, the way that they sit on head, it is definitely not uncomfortable at all. It's balanced really well, and the seal is great. With that, let's hop in game. All right, guys, jumping right into game. First thing I'm gonna tell you is this volume wheel is amazing. It's so accurate, like it moves slowly, but if you need to just like all of a sudden go up or down, it's really good. They did a fantastic job, and it's so easy to find, obviously, because it's just on the side. See quick adjustments like that, really, honestly surprised me how good this works. Oh, it's so crisp, wow. Trebles sound really good. Oh yeah. And the headset's like so comfortable. It's kind of one of those like headsets it's comfortable, but not in like that plushy way. It just fits perfectly. The bass seems like it's gonna be really good here as well for music. Spatial audio here is really good. I mean, from these brands, you know they're gonna do well. I was really surprised and impressed by the ROG Delta 3s. So far in game, I like these more. Obviously, they're more expensive, they're more premium, but I was surprised by that company. I'm not surprised here. Like for the price point, this is what I expect, this is what I hope, and it does live up to the hype. Of just how damn good these look. Like just on the outside, yeah, walking through buildings, just hearing the footsteps, really crisp. Oh, these are great, guys. I'm gonna have to daily these for my wireless. These are really good. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. In game, they sound great, but the real test is gonna be music. But before we do that, let's do a mic test. Before we do the mic test, let's jump into iCUE. And we can see we have the lighting effects here. So we can also have the device memory mode, which basically stores it on the device rather than going into obviously running from the software itself. We have brightness, so let's turn the brightness all the way up. So it's at 50%, and I'm gonna turn it all the way up to 100%. There we go. We can also adjust, so left wheel is system volume, the right wheel is Bluetooth volume, which is really cool. Maybe we can have those connected at the same time. That's pretty sick. You can also adjust how long you want your sleep time to be, show battery gauge and notification, voice prompts. We have a mic boost as well. But with the lighting here, we can add different things. So we have like watercolors, everything like your standard stuff here. We can do spiral rainbow. We can do just a normal rainbow. We can do a rainbow wave. And we can obviously just do solid colors if we want. So we can make it like a teal. And yeah, really cool. We can also add key assignments, which that's kind of crazy. There must be like a button on here. It's probably this button right here, which is probably the key that you can like custom assign. That's really cool. This also has the NVIDIA broadcast enabled like from factory, which is crazy. So let's install that, because when we do this mic test, that'll be kind of interesting to see. All right, so that downloaded super fast, and we've got noise removal, room echo. We can like test the mic here. We're gonna test it through Audition, obviously, but that's really cool. Then we have an equalizer in here. So it's on direct pure, which is just like flat, basically. We have movie theater, FPS competition, bass boost, and we can add our own custom presets here, which is really cool. Then we have something called Sound ID personalization. And what this does is basically it personalizes your own sound profile kind of for you. Some cars, some high-end car systems do that, but that's a pretty cool feature on a high-end headset like this. You want all of those things, even if they're gimmicky, although many times it's actually not, and many times it works very well for people that don't really understand how to adjust their EQ. But with that, let's test the mic.
Check, check, check. Testing the mic on the Corsair Virtuoso Max.
There is something super weird going on right now. What is going on? Okay, so we've sat here for quite a bit. We've updated the firmware on the headset. We updated the firmware on the receiver. I installed NVIDIA Broadcast and then uninstalled NVIDIA Broadcast. And this mic is so strange because I can tell that there is some sort of compression going on, AI sound enhancement thing that's just messing up. I can tell that the mic is really clear. It's destroying the sound of it by the software. All right, we're gonna set room echo removal and noise removal up to 100 intensity on NVIDIA Broadcast and see how this one is. Let's give it a go. I'm gonna put it a little bit further away from my mouth as well.
This is the mic test for the Corsair Virtuoso Max.
It's like in the beginning, you guys can hear it's like muffled and then it gets like clear. I don't know what's going on. I know this is a good mic. I can hear it. I can hear it in those areas. I really like the headset. We still need to do the music test. The mic is weird. I don't know what the heck is going on. Maybe there's a setting that I need to like enable or something. Honestly, I am not sure. If I get that figured out, I will put it in a pinned comment below. With that, let's do a music test. Good bass immediately. Flat, which is what we set it to, so that makes sense. Gets more than loud enough, more than loud enough. I'm gonna start modifying it. Okay, not too sure about this one. The bass is pretty good here. Like I do like the bass, but the trebles, it's number one, all of these, like the EQ doesn't do very much. Like it just doesn't do very much at all. I mean, you see I pull the trebles all the way up and they're just still flat. Like you don't have that crispiness on the top end. They're not really harsh. It's not even getting up there, which is a little bit weird. The bass is really good though. The bass is good. All right, so a few things. iCUE can be very frustrating. Very frustrating. It's maybe one of the most glitchiest softwares of a mainstream brand, and that is the pitfall of these headphones or headset. We could not get the EQ to actually change anything on this PC. I then downloaded it on this PC, and it still will not change any of the EQ. We did get a slightly different result on the mic test. I'm not sure why, but we're gonna do another mic test right now.
This is how the Corsair Virtuoso Maxes sound. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Wireless headsets, typically it's like that's usually how it goes, but at this price point, there's a lot of better ones. Still, it's very audible, but there's no weirdness going on. I'm not sure why there's weirdness going on there. I don't know. However, the other thing is, even though I wasn't able to do the EQ, in here, we can actually enable Dolby Atmos. And when Dolby Atmos is enabled, it does elevate the listening experience a little bit. And overall, it sounds pretty good. I feel like it needs to be tuned a little bit, and that's how it can get really good. And I can't really test out how good the trebles really are because I can't change the EQ. However, the bass is strong. The mids seem like they need to be brought down a little bit and the trebles need to be brought up a little bit. But Corsair's iCUE seriously needs to be fixed, and it's been like that for years. It still hasn't been fixed. And that's really the pitfall because the actual like ergonomics, everything like that is so nice. Like this headset feels so good. It's really comfortable. The seal is good without being uncomfortable. The mic looks good, doesn't sound great. But for $329.99, you're asking for a lot. And if iCUE works perfectly, I would probably recommend these, but I can't even fully test the sound quality. It does sound really good. I have no doubt that these drivers are very, very good and they'll be able to get up into those crispies, but I'll update it with a link in the description if I can get it to work. Maybe I'll do a secondary video, I don't know. But if you do want to check them out for yourself, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But this is a good Super Tech Review high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.